Well, hey everyone. Now I must apologise. I haven't done any Title Tuesdays for the last 3 Tuesdays, so I'm going to try to make up for it a little bit now, just a tad. I'll do my best, just a little bit. You know, go easy on me by rinsing some Patzers online, and Ratatel is the first Patzer that I'm going to rinse. And let's just see if I can get my rating up to like 2650 or something. So I apologise for not doing Title Tuesday. It's just every Tuesday there's been some bloody thing going on. This Tuesday just gone, I was at hospital all day, which makes it a little bit hard to play. And nothing bad, don't worry, all okay. You know, I've got a hard head. And yeah, I just haven't been able to. So, Mikey from Aberdeen in Scotland, thank you for your message. It's a terrifying thought that Fiona passed on to me. Oh my God. Did I just think about that? Ugh. Anyway, here, this is one of my favourite systems against the Queen's Gambit. And generally what I do here, I just try and checkmate black on this square. Now, h4 looks like a decent idea. If black takes there, I open up the h file, and I've got to try to get rid of this knight. I don't know how sound this is, but maybe I think this is the trendy way that black plays, leaving a bishop here. That bishop used to come back, but now it does seem like I can try to get rid of this knight. Who cares about a bloody bishop, eh? Who cares? If we just play knight takes here, we're threatening knight takes f6 and queen h7. Shakmat. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, son. Otherwise said. So my opponent has to be very careful here. I mean, this move seems like a mistake, and this is the whole point of this variation. This castle's queenside, I believe, was first played in Norway before Magnus Carlsen was even a sperm. And it's a very dangerous line. And then Spielman used it to beat Nigel Short in the candidates. So it's a very dangerous line. Now, I should also tell you, do like and subscribe to the video, that there is the big Ginger Gem Black Friday sale. As much as I hate Black Friday, I do have to try and sell the odd DVD just to survive, which is not easy. As I'm sure most of you are aware, you know, just life is difficult at times. But you can support Ginger Gem by buying a DVD. It's not a DVD, it's a chess course, all right? And we've got special, at the moment, chess courses. What do I take with here? Is this gonna rinse him? And then check, and then check, and then checkmate. Let's do this. This is rinsing. I told you I was going to do a bit of rinsing. And this is just beautiful. And I might just look the other way while we put it in the pipe. It's like when you play pool and you go to pot the black and you just look the other way to show off. And there's a load of stuff on 50% off, so go and buy something. It's a great opportunity. But also, and this is, I've never done this before, this is quite special. If you buy one of the courses, only one of the courses on sale, it has to be one of the courses on sale, just go and have a look at the shop. You will get a special free course that I created a couple of days ago. It took me the whole day and longer. I had loads of examples from years of training to put this course together. It's a middle game course. It's about 1.5 to 2 hours long, and it's getting into your opponent's mind and figuring what they're playing. And I'm quite proud of this little course. We're probably going to put it on sale, but you can only get exclusively this course, this middle game course, to improve your play if you go and buy one of the 50% off things. And while we wait for another game, all you have to do, go to gingergm.com, and that's my ugly mud. Press on Browse Our Courses, and then just pick any of the courses that are on sale. Buy the bloody course, and you will gain immediately, without any question whatsoever, 400 elo points just from purchasing the course. And if you actually watch the course, you will become a Grandmaster. And that's one of our guarantees. No, it's not. I do talk a lot of shite. Just bear that in mind, please. But they are quality courses. David Howe's there. Niels Grandilius is there. Not just me. And we spent a lot of time doing them. David Howe's course, obviously excellent. Keith Arcar's course in the ending, I particularly like, I have to say. There's some good stuff there. Right, so what are we doing here? Now, this is a funky little idea that I've come up with before. Because you figure that the king is maybe misplaced. But how do we play this? Do we take here? I think we get rid of the central pawn. Because it gives us the f5 square. I don't think we mind swapping that geezer off. And now we could come in here straight away trying to win the bishop. That looks sensible. There are other ideas than this one. Then do I have to at some point watch out for that? So let's just play this move. We're pressurizing the bishop, pressurizing the center, and we're going to whip that one off. Whoosh. And now we're going to play a move. And I don't know where I want to castle, but do I want to castle? I think I can castle kingside. Why not? Because if he goes here, I go here. And if he goes here, I go here. And it might allow me actually to attack. Because I might actually, funnily enough, be able to rinse the king. That is the word of the day. A bit of rinsing. Rinse ability. Okay, well this move, I've got to keep it closed. And he might have a check here, but we're not worried about that. So now his king is a lot safer, of course. Now, do I put my knight here or here? I'm putting it here because I might head for f5, but then this does become a little bit of a tragedy. Let's try b5. That's another little pawn push, and I've got to move a bit quicker. This guy's a bit quick. D. Jakimovic from Macedonia. Can't even see. Looks like the Macedonian. So we're trying to make some files for our pieces with this little push. I will try to play Title Tuesday next Tuesday if I don't end up in hospital again all day. It wasn't actually me in hospital, but still, let's not even go there. What about this move? Oh shit, my knight. What am I doing? I didn't even see that move. Bloody hell! I knew that he put the rook there for a reason, and oh shit, it doesn't work. It was bloody crap, that move, wasn't it? Simon, you're talking too much now, and this is just nonsense now. What have you done? Why have you put your pieces like this? What's wrong with you? Okay, so we're on pure hustle mode now, and this one is even a terrible square for the queen. I mean, my position was fine until I started doing stupid stuff like this, and we can't swap the queens off, so we have to move the king out the way of something coming here. The only, and he's playing all the right things. He's trying to swap the queen's off, and I might have to resign this one. That was shite. That was really bad. Okay, let's see if we can play better against this guy. It's annoying to lose like that. Okay, he's done a runner. He's done a hit and run. I'm going to play my little favourite line against the Dutch. This idea, I'm sure if you've watched my Title Tuesday videos, you've seen me play this a lot. What on earth is that load of madness? I don't believe that is butter. And there must be a number of moves here. I'm already very confused. His king looks much weaker than mine, so I'd love to develop. Let's just move here, and if I can get caught up, because I want this square for my knight. I want this square, and this square for my pieces. I didn't want to take there, which is probably a good move, because I just don't want to exchange queens, because the position is so fun. I don't want to exchange queens. No, don't do that. Don't pre-move. And if he goes there, there's a number of interesting options. I've never seen this position before. Maybe it's never been played before, which is great. If he goes there, I was thinking about this move. And it's probably not the best move, but my hand is going towards it, and I probably shouldn't have played it, but my hand slipped into that square. And let's let him take all my pawns, and let's try to attack him with my pieces. And this is just a very interesting position, and I want a castle. I've got two pieces developed, and his king on the light squares is especially exposed. So probably enough counterplay in this weird and wonderful position. Well, okay, we don't give a damn about that. And I'd love to go here now. Takes, double queen. Oh my god, what are you thinking? Because otherwise I have to swap the queens off, and that'd be so sad. This check takes, check. What the fuck is going on? Oh my god, there's some beautiful lines there. Takes here. Okay, if he takes, check, king, queen, knight e5 check, king here, queen d5 check, king here. I mean, what? I'm getting absolutely... My mind... I mean, check is also kind of like a good move here. Maybe I should just play this. But what am I doing after check, king here? I can't see a move there. Bishop check, knight here. Okay, so I think this is probably what I have to play. I mean, I don't have to. I can swap queens off. But swapping queens off is boring. And we've got this fascinating position. So I'm just going to keep developing here. And I could have taken that one as well. And now if he takes here, he can have ideas of the queen coming in here. But I'm just going for... But if he takes maybe knight here, then check here, queen takes there. And it looks like it should be all right for him. So if he takes here, what am I doing? Mad position. I could flick a bishop move in and just try to develop. I haven't got much time. This is the kind of position I love to have a bit more time because it is fascinating. And I'm just going to play this move quickly. Must have been a better move than that, but I've now got ideas of bishop a3, which I'm going to play. This is very much like the Evans gambit. And where's he going to move his queen? If he comes here, I go here. He has to come to f6 maybe, but then I go e5. But I don't... Do I want to play e5? Not sure I do. Because it closes things down. I could take, come here. And then he take... No, he can't take there. What a position. I just don't want him to castle queenside. I want to checkmate him before he gets a chance to castle. So the only... If he comes to the d-file, rook d1. So he's given up his queen. He thought his position was that desperate. But this should now, I would imagine, be pretty good for me. A number of good moves again. Let's keep this guy because we can cause some problems with a knight move. And I've got enough material. I've got a queen for a rook and a knight. So materialistically, I'm winning. I think the position was winning anyway, but he could have made me find the win with a move like queen f6. And if he comes here, I come in here. This move, well, we're going to come there and play rook e1. Try to get our last piece into the game. So we threaten this one. And if he goes knight here, I can take that one. So he castles, and now I want to keep the initiative going. But this is maybe not the best move, let's be honest, but I don't care. We should have gone there and just won. Knight f7 would have won simply, but we don't want to win simply. We want to win in the hard way. And now, have I just completely screwed things up? Okay, maybe I have. Maybe this is just not... what I should... Yeah, I mean, this is not good, is it? What have I done? Okay, so we've got to bring his king out. I've fucked this up, haven't I? Massively. What a knob I am. And I should have gone... I mean, I'm playing this terribly. Okay, let's get rid of this pawn. So we can get rid of this pawn. And luckily, my opponent is very short of time. Otherwise... it might be tricky. It doesn't matter if it's short time. I'm... oh man, this is hard. Get in there! That was some dirty play at the end. But it didn't come down to chess at the end. I played quite a good chess game. It just came down to who can move the mouse the quickest. And I don't like that. That's the one thing that annoys me about Blitz chess a bit. You know, it does come down to who can move the mouse the quickest. Because I always lose that battle, basically. That's why it annoys me. Now, I was looking at this variation at the weekend. Because I thought one of my opponents might play this. And I was wondering, why can't Black just play f5? And I thought this looks like quite a decent Dutch for Black, because the pawn's here, and White wants to have, I think, ideally the pawn here. And this move's always something worth considering in these kind of positions with the queen coming over. So I think this is quite a good way to meet the Jabava London. E6, bishop b4, and then go into a Dutch. I didn't see anything necessarily wrong with this when I was thinking about it. And we will now grab that one. Why not? And if he takes with the knight, I will give him a check. So he's got to do his pawn structure a bit of damage. And can I now try to attack the dart squares? Because I have a dart squared bishop, and he has no dart squared bishop. So this is even quite a juicy little square. And I might even flick this check in, because I threaten that pawn. Because obviously he's going to castle queenside here. He can't castle the other way, kingside, because of the bishop. And well, we're gonna have an interesting game. I don't think I can stop him castling, can I? So let's just develop. Don't know if this is annoying. I don't think it's that annoying for me. Probably wrong. I normally am. And let's get opposite side castling. So quite an interesting position we have. I think I'm a little bit better here, but that's probably a good move that my opponent played, because I want to do this, but he's going to take here. Maybe I'll just line a piece up. It's probably useful, and he's thinking the same. And now I don't know if I want the two bishops. I'm not. People was going about two bishops. I'm not a massive bishop fan. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. It's not bishop. I'm not. Bishops are not. I like knights. Knights are tricky little geezers. You know, they cause a lot of problems. Knights. And let's just keep pushing this one. I don't know if I can cause any annoyances with some e3. I'm obviously realising this pawn may well be a goner at some moment. I'm hoping this will give me some play, but I don't know how. I haven't really worked out why it should give me any compensation. It just feels right. And you probably shouldn't play moves that you haven't calculated whatsoever. Is there any little idea here? Well, there is. I've got a little bit of pressure. Don't really believe it. This could be a little bit more pressure, but his bishop is also annoying. So he pushes on. Okay. Now, can we flick this in with the idea of coming maybe in? My pieces are reasonably well structured, aren't they? If he takes there, I take there with check. Looks all right. He can't take this geezer because I take that. Not really a geezer, a woman geezer. What's a woman geezer called? I'll get in trouble for saying anything, won't I? So I will remain mute on that one. And here I want to check. So let's do it. And now this bishop seems quite annoying for him. We have a knight check on the agenda. Maybe a3, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, this has kind of worked out all right, hasn't it? And I've got a time advantage. I saw he was actually very quick. Oh, don't play moves like that. It's going to confuse me. I don't like being confused. It's very easy nowadays to confuse moi. It feels like I should have something good here. Takes. Take. Yeah, why can't? Well, takes. He takes the bishop, and I come in here. Okay, let's just flick this one in for the crack. Because if he takes here, I can come in here. Here, and then there must be something there. I don't know what it is, but there must be something. Again, I'm just playing on feeling. Is there a queen a3? Or have I literally just tripped elephants there? Well, let's give a check, because Patzers sees one. And now I'd love... Is queen a3 tripping elephants? Or is it absolutely bloody gorgeous? Oh my god. If this works, it doesn't work because he takes there. But then I go there, check, and then he takes there. This is such a beautiful idea. Pawn takes, knight takes. But I don't think it works. Where's the win, people? Here, he goes in the corner. And then rook in. That's, I mean, this is mental. I want queen a3 though. I'm gonna lose on time because I'm getting carried away. Okay, we're not going for a draw, obviously, and there must have been something better than this. But this is just mental, and I've spent too much time creating this weird as hell position where I don't know what the flipping heck is going on. Anyone know? And I'm confused as hell, but hell have no fury. And my king is now running for the heels and beyond. Look at that. You know what? I enjoyed that game. It was a little bit too quick, even at the end. This just mind blow. This just like, you know, you can see because he probably expected me to go knight here check, but this one he's suddenly like, what? I take the queen, and it's not. No, you don't, my son. No, you don't, my son. So I enjoyed that one. That was all right. It was quite a fun little game. What are we 2650? Yeah, God, it's hard to gain rating points in this game, isn't it? I mean, come on, let's keep crushing some foes. We haven't tromped up anyone, so let's do a bit of tromping up. And this is the solid way to play against the tromp. And now I think e5 is probably a good move in this position. Other moves, I think white has an advantage. e5, not so much. This move, I don't know. I'll take something. And I think I have looked at this before, but not with a computer. I probably just had a couple of Blitz games of this because I don't. And now I thought this might be a good little tempo gainer where I get a couple of pieces developed. But he does have the 2 bishops. We're going back to the 2 bishops. Who cares? And I'm hoping his king is a little bit weaker at some point during proceedings. Do I go e3 or do this? Is maybe better because it supports pawn. Keith Arkell, we mentioned that legend earlier. He loves putting a pawn on e3. He says that pawn to e4 is a mistake in all positions. 100% of positions, you never put the pawn on the e file past the 3rd rank. And if you want to understand his very unique and interesting approach to chess, then you're going to have to buy that course, which is on sale at the moment. Go to gingergm.com, go and check it out, go and buy everything and learn. Become a better player with the Ginger, and you get that free secret course. Come on, it's on sale, only for a limited period of time. Support your local Ginger. Now I'm going to castle here, but then he's got bishop over here, so I'm not going to castle because I'm going to get screwed. I forgot he can move this bishop and cause me some bother. So let's go here. Why? Because I'm opening up stuff and I'm blocking stuff. And okay, now we come back because this bishop can no longer jump. And this bishop looks a lot better placed, a lot more aggressive. Because when you're attacking, all you have to do is point your pieces towards your opponent's king. With that philosophy, bishop here, there you go. He's found a good move. Because now, if I castle, whoa, cheeky little idea, isn't he? You can go queen takes here, checkmate. So we're going to keep coming forwards because you never go backwards in chess. You do. And now, actually, if he goes, okay, check. I'll just move. Oh, he could. I didn't even see he could take my knight. I don't think he saw that. Oh my God, we're both so crap. He could have just taken that, but then I take there. That was my idea. Okay, I'm going to castle now. I'm going to castle. I've changed my mind. Get the king safe. And I don't know. It's just an interesting position. Whose king is safer? I'm not sure here. Now let's get the queen out of the way of any malarkey. And bishop here is a bit annoying. Okay, so he's playing very well because when he plays bishop here, g6, he might takes. But then I have queen here. But I'm still not sure about that line. So I'm going to go here to try and discourage his bishop getting to this diagonal. And my knight can also move around towards his king. I'm pretty solid here. This is a great defensive piece. And I'm just trying to stop him. I'm trying to stop him attacking and improve my attacking possibilities. Opening up the rook, getting a knight in, lingering like a bad smell around my opponent's king. And if you've played chess in a tournament hall, you will know what that bad smell smells like. I know a lot of chess players, they avoided having... Let's flick that one in. They avoided washing during a chess tournament because they thought it was a bad omen. Bloody idiots. And they... Yeah, which is just weird, isn't it? Okay. Here. Make sure I'm not falling into anything. I don't know about a lot of chess players, but I've heard 1 or 2 chess players. I don't know them personally, but they just didn't wash for 10 days because, you know, they only wash if they lost. And no wonder they won every game because they smelt like absolute shit. And their opponents probably could not handle the intensity of their smell. So it's a bit of an unfair advantage. If I was the arbiter, I'd be stepping in and say, "Oi, you, have a wash." You can't do that. You can't just sit around smelling like you smell. The smell police, that's what we need. The smell police. Every chess tournament needs a smell police thing. Now, my back rank is a little bit weak. I don't like my back rank because I love to take a pawn, but then he comes in with a shuck. So how can we deal with this? Can we go here? I don't like my back rank, and his knight's coming in. Let's just step away. Not the most proactive move. And okay, he's gonna. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, so now we take here, and his queen can come in, but he's still not doing anything, right? Kind of position. You have to be very careful because there's G2 and back spankers, and I'm not really into getting back spanked. Personally, each to their own, of course, but you know, personally, I prefer doing the spanking in the position, of course. And can he? Okay, I don't know. I can't. Oh God, what am I talking? Check here. Oh my God, I just fell for mate in 1, and he lost on time. Oh my words. Oh. I was just playing with him there, you know. So we won another one, and again, whenever I see my clock start dwindling down like that, it's crumble time, and you know, like a good apple crumble, I just fade into the stomach of the monster eating it. Okay, so we're playing the modern variation. Now this is a very fun variation. This move not good. I remember that because h5 and he sacks. And this line with bishop e3 is one of the big tests of this very provocative setup, because I'm basically saying to white, yeah, come on, you know, come and get me, sucker. You know, put your pawns in the middle and mate me, my friend. And on the other hand, we're trying to create some counterplay. This is one typical way we're doing it on the wings. So we're trying to flank him, which leads to very exciting games. I expect white is probably doing well in this variation somehow, because the centre should be better than the side. But if you want to play for a win, then the modern is a very, very good way to play for a win, because you get these exciting positions. I'm kind of missing my light square bishop here. I know I said I don't like bishops, but it depends on the position. And he's now offering to close it down, which should benefit my knights. So let's close it. That one is now a very dodgy piece. And, oh, we don't mind that break. I don't see any reason not to play it. And this is the only pawn break I can see myself trying to play. And can I play it now? I mean, I might even be extremely provocative. No, that's too much. This one is interesting. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. Okay, let's do it. The reason I hesitate, because I could see some bishop coming to b5 as being a nuisance, but we do get a central pawn and we open up that bad bishop. So I think my king is pretty safe over on this square. And the next thing I want to do is go knight c6 and put the queen on f6. That feels like a decent plan. So he may be threatening this. I think it doesn't stop me doing my plan. So I'm going to go knight c6 because I just like this square for my queen. Guards my king and attacks his one. If he takes here, I can take with check, defending my bishop. And it feels like things are okay. So he's found another good move, which is definitely a good move. And things are still a little bit loose, aren't they, actually, after that good move he played. Now, am I missing something here? Okay, so he's just trying to exchange off my good pieces. Okay. Now, if I take here, he's going to come in check. How annoying is that? It seems like it might be annoying. So let's first try and cover that threat. And of course, this is what we're trying to do. So he's not doing anything to stop this. So we'll play it now. Because obviously I can get one more piece in. I think I'm a pawn up now. And I don't really see the point of his last move, to be honest. Because this is now looking like I'm a pawn up and I've got the pressure. My queen could be quite good at zigzagging its way in. I could even come for the A pawn and maybe b3 at the opportune moment would tickle his beard. Is what I meant to say, of course. And yeah, this looks good, right? Are we 26? Look, we're only 26:30. Yeah? What do you have to do in life to gain rating points nowadays? It's impossible to gain rating. I mean, like, who do you have to sleep with to gain rating? I'm not serious. People take me far too seriously sometimes. Okay, so we're going to just, before I make a decision, I'm just thinking maybe this is all right. He's going to come here. I've got control of a lot of things. This move seems like the one to play. Let's tickle that one. Because if he goes b3, well, I can now take, but he wants this check. And he wants b3. So I'll come back. Gain a little bit of time. And we have to figure out how to break this setup down. And is he coming over here? Okay, well, he's actually made a mistake there, I think. And this is, sometimes in chess, you don't have to force the issue. This is something I learned a long time ago. Sometimes the best approach to win a good position is to repeat the position. Don't do anything if you're in control. And should be mate. There's a lovely line here. He's got rook b3 though. But then I come in this way. Because b3 I had queen c2. And now I'm threatening this checkmate. And sometimes one of the best things to do... Don't believe he's defending. Is he defending? Oh, this could be sexy. Okay, we'll set it up because he's not threatening anything. Rook a3 checkmate is a sexy idea. I thought it might work last move. It might have worked last move. But this is unstoppable checkmate. And I talk about this concept of waiting for your opponent to make a mistake. Let's see if we can get another opponent. In this free course that you can only get if you buy one of the courses on sale. So I go quite deeply into how to get into your opponent's mind. That's the name of the course. And how to try and work out, what are they thinking, and how can I upset their plans, basically, which is half the way to win a game of chess. Is this a move? It seems very playable. This bishop is a bit crap, but if he takes here, bishop is not so crap. So I will. I mean, I want to castle queenside. So let's do this one. So we keep the option of castling queenside alive, and he wants this move, which makes some sense. So now is it time to come? Okay, let's do it. This opens things up. I do have the two bishops, so we can try to open it up. But it's also a little bit committal. And I still like this. Castle's queenside. If he plays f6, I open his king up more. And let's castle queenside now. So we got everything once. If he castles kingside, very, very risky for him. Because he's coming into this. So he wants knight here. So I've got to keep covering that square. So I've got to retreat my bishop. Going the other way might have allowed this knight to come in. And he's going over here. So we could flick a check in. We might have to allow him to take this. So let's... it's a bit annoying because his bishop does become good, but he hasn't castled. So, I mean, we could try to keep the bishops just a bit negative. And one of my favourite songs, Nirvana songs, Negative Creep. That's a great song, isn't it? I'm a negative creep when I'm stoned. Johnny's little girl and a girl no more. That Bleach album, fantastic album actually. I don't know about underrated because I think anyone in the know knows that is a very good album, Bleach, and that and Love Buzz. Love Buzz is a brilliant song as well. Those are my two biggies from that album. Okay, so can we try and make use of this? Well, I need to get the queen to a better square, so let's locate it on g4, so that way we at least have this threat. His knight here could hold things up, so we've got to try to get rid of that defensive piece with knight h4. This is the immediate threat in the position. Bishop takes h6. Can you feel my love buzz? So I think we've got to get rid of this one. It's opposite side castling. I mean, he's never going to grab this pawn unless he's a computer. Because, well, even a computer wouldn't do that because rook g1 is just asking for stuff. And this position looks quite promising. I even have ideas of rook f6, which is one of those sexy moves that now I've seen it, I'm going to have to play it whether it's good, bad, or ugly. And I'm playing it now. I'm not even thinking about it. Some moves you just don't think about, you play. That is my advice. And it's a bloody brilliant move. Takes, check, king g8, pawn takes pawn, queen comes into g7. Can you feel my love buzz? Can you feel my love buzz? And he'll be feeling my love buzzing if he allows that. But otherwise, I've got this kind of move. I might even have this kind of move. And this is just like, oosh, bulakasha, as Mr. Ali G would say. One of the most cultural legends. Okay, so he's gone here. Probably one of the better defenses. Now, can I kill him quickly or softly? Here, I think we just take this. He's found probably the best defense. Now, this is the threat, which is going to be checkmate. Takes and takes. So he has to go here. Now, can I then take this one? Probably the best move, but is this anything? Takes, check, king back. I need to get this rook in. So let's move this rook in. And now something like queen here is probably the most sensible, but I want to do it in style. And this one is style. And style is my middle name. And queen f7 is checkmate next move. Can you feel my love buzz? Can you feel... Let's offer him a quick draw. Draw. Checkmate! Okay. Can you feel my love buzz? Wow, 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 wow. He's banned me from playing him after that draw offer. You should have been quicker on the mouse. Wow, wow, wow. It's a great riff, isn't it? Guitar riff, that. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm just loving that song. What am I doing here? Well, this is actually quite a dangerous idea in one of my favourite openings, the English defence. And his dark squares are weak. It's a bit like that Dutch game we had much earlier on where we tried to come in on the dark squares. And this one allows him the idea of playing g3. So maybe I just get rid of this because I'm trying to infiltrate the dark squares. And I'm going to take with a pawn, positionally suspect, but I like my knight over here. And my knight has these entry points into the dark squares. Shall I say that one more time? The dark squares. And now this one looks potentially okay, but I don't see a follow-up after this. This one looks much more pointy. And this one, I don't know, it is a move because now I've got this little trick. Knight takes, and queen here, shuck, and we take there. And we just grab a little cheeky pawn. And we love our pawn, said many a married man. And Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I've got this crappy thing in the way here, haven't I? So I'm actually thinking, well, I don't know if I like this so much, because he might go g4 and start coming through the middle. So we're gonna, yeah, there's not much we can do about that, really. I think I can't see any solution. So let's see if he wants it. He doesn't want g4. I guess he's figuring it weakens this too much. I kind of want to play d5, but not at this particular moment. So, and is he going to take there and take? He's going to grab this pawn maybe, which is awfully rude of him. And if I go here, okay, let's play the queen out. But knight e4, I didn't like the look of. I think I have to get rid of that knight. It's too strong if he moves his knight into the middle. And he's just playing. He's playing good moves, which is always annoying when they do that. Bloody annoying. Okay. I wanna break free. Freddie Mercury, another great legend of rock. And with this move, I'm potentially, and he's playing good positional moves. You can tell someone's good when they play moves like this. Okay, so I'm going to go here, so my rook can try and do something. And now at least this is shuck. And this is the move I want to play. But I'm still surely doing well here. Surely. Okay. Now I've got to use one of these breaks, haven't I? Probably b5 is the one to use. Let's try this one. And he comes in immediately. And yeah, I don't want to swap queens, but if I come in, rook here. I'm spending up too much time. So, okay, we're going to have to hurry up here and start playing a bit more positionally. Weak pawn, attack the weak pawn. You've got 2 pawns in the center. Get the king over and just play as such. Knight e4, bishop takes, and we can take on c4. So I think we're still better here, but it's gone very positional. We're still better because of this guy. And I can tell this kid is quick, because all kids are quicker than me. And we are only a measly pawn up in this ending, which is gonna make him think. Okay, so he's gone passive. You should never really go passive, I feel, in the ending. But if you can avoid it, try to keep your rook as active as possible. So just instinctively, I don't like this move. This is probably not good. Instinctively, his move seemed, that idea seemed wrong. And I've got to pass pawn, so I've got a simple idea. And the simple idea is queen the pass pawn. It's a good thing I can stop the check here. And we're making some progress here, I feel. He's got check here. I can come rook in the middle. We're pushing through. And now I want to stop this check, maybe. I don't know, possibly. And do we check first? He's going to come behind me. He's found the right way to do this now. He's going to keep annoying me with some checks. But, oh no, I don't want to go there. Can't go there. Behind, but this pawn is dropping. He hasn't got any more checks in the position. And these pawns are now my new target. Actually, the ones on the king side. So I think this is winning as long as I do not lose on the clock. And we want to keep both of our pawns. Obviously, we want to queen them. So let's move them up the board. His pawn is not running away over here. So I can take it when I want. And I'll take it now. And hopefully I'm not getting mated here. That would be very frustrating. And I seem to have a lot of pawns, don't I, here? A hell of a lot of pawns. Too many pawns, as long as I don't fluff it up, which is, again, something I'm particularly good at doing. But that is checkmate. So we get there in the end. Okay, we'll play him another game. I could tell this guy's good, you know, by his moves, but his rook ending there, it was tough, but you should never, I mean, this is just one of the first rules of rook endings. Even if you have to give a pawn up, try to keep your rook active. I mean, it's obviously not always the case. And when his rook went back there, I thought Armenian, and from the Soviet school of chess. They should know better than that. They should know. And here we're just going to, no more of that positional rook ending stuff. Let's kill, 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 kill. And Armenians get trained very classically. And what I mean by that, the Soviet school of chess, probably from the 60s, 70s, the Botvinnik school of chess was teaching things reversed to like the European school of chess. And what I mean by that is, as most people do nowadays, they learn the opening first, and then they learn the middle game, and then they go blah, blah, blah. But the Soviet school of chess started at the ending. You learn the ending first, and then you go to middle game, and the opening is the least important. And I remember playing many world junior competitions and being coached at junior competitions where if you play one of these Russians, you want to kill them quickly, because if you get into the ending, they generally know what they're doing. And I know Armenia is not Russia, but I'm talking that they have the similar kind of training methods. Maybe things have changed. Well, things have changed a lot, obviously. And I miss those old days, those old sort of romantic-ish days. Probably because, oh, hello, he's coming over here, is he? I don't believe that is that scary. Can I do this weird move so when he does take here, it's not check? Now, I can always be better by taking here, but I don't want to swap queens off because I want to checkmate him in this game. So I'm trying to avoid the swapping of queens. Now, I think I have everything covered, so let's move towards this king. And this knight is a great defender. I remember Ivanka Huska told me the knight on f8 can't be mate, so he moves it. It's very generous of him. And now, can we... surely we can break through. Takes h... Okay, let's do it, because his pawns look fantastic, but they're a bit discombobulated, so he has to play h6. And this is really tempting at some point, but how do we make it work here? Do I have to double up? Feels like there should be something here, right? My knight is not great. Do we go here first with the idea of sacrificing on h6 and threatening maybe this little idea? And if rook here, queen here, rook takes here, takes, king here, rook here, he's got queen g7 defending. So it's not clear. So I probably can't do that yet. I've got to play it a bit slower. Let's not allow his rook to come in. Probably want to go here and do this one, right? So he's playing, again, good moves. He's swapping off my good pieces. And that this bishop is saying I don't really want to give him, but what to do? Good move from my opponent. And he's defended this well. And I'm now worse. I must have missed something in this game. Must have missed something. I don't believe this is really that scary, but what the hell? Let's do it anyway. Our position, could we have gone there and gone queen there as well? Or something like that, or queen there. And then. So we're going to try it, because I think I want my rook in front of my queen. I'm talking to myself. I'm trying to talk through my thought process, which is clearly bonkers. And we have to play this now, I think, because otherwise, you know, what am I doing? And now rook here, because this move is very hard to break down. I don't believe this. This looks absolute. Okay, rook here. And if he comes here... Oh, no. I wanted to play rook h8, but he goes queen takes. Scheiße. So queen f6 is just good. And queen here. Yeah, this is just... There's nothing, is there? Nothing. I have nothing. I have nothing. Okay, we'll try this one out anyway, but I don't even think I'm threatening anything. And he is playing a sensible move. When he puts the queen here, that's it, I think, isn't it? That is it. I'm just, I've run out of pieces. So, yeah, queen g7, and he's defending everything. He's got rook f6 next. We'll play some moves out of spite. But he defended very well. And I did not find the best attacking moves, did I? In this game by any means. And he keeps defending well. Let's give him that game. There's no point playing on. Okay, well played, sir. Let's play another game. This guy's quite a nice opponent to play. He's pretty decent, and well, we'll play a Dutch now. If you see my last couple of YouTube videos, you will know that I had this funky idea in the stone wall. So we'll try it again, but against knight c3 it's not as effective. I'd normally play the bishop here. This is a good system against the stone wall. I wouldn't play the stone wall against knight c3. Bishop b4 is much better. And the system that's very good is putting pieces like that. Not sure about this one. Now I can go here, but I do appreciate my dark square bishop in the stone wall because it comes. So I want to keep this one. And I think he's played some very peculiar moves here. I don't trust what he's doing here. Clearly wants this move, but I shouldn't have any problems now, I think. I mean, I could be wrong, of course. His knight is very good, but it feels like with ideas like this, let's do it straight away, shall we? There's no point messing around. I should be doing fine. And now I'm going to get rid of that knight, see what he's going to take with. Because again, I really like my dark square bishop. If you put your pawns on one, generally if you put most of your pawns on one colour square, and I put them mostly on the light squares, then your dark square bishop can zip in and out of them. So your opposite coloured bishop to those pawns is a good piece. So he's trying to come in and eliminate that one, which should be a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world because I've got the Gary file to attack on. So let's just allow him and go all in for a Gary attack. Now, am I worried about that? Not at the moment because I hit his rook, and I just want to. Okay, so he's going for the. Oh shit! No, this one doesn't work because his rook's on pre. And what's he doing? He's doing some very peculiar moves. Takes, rook takes. Is it time to open up now? Let's open up now because otherwise this one could be gone. And I'm banking everything on this G file attack. Okay, good move from him, forcing my rook to slightly unsavoury square, and he's found a good defensive setup. He's playing well. He's defending well here, and another good defensive move. How do I break through? If I ever move this one around, it gives him e6 ideas, but I don't see what else I can do. His bishop is too strong. I need to try and eliminate that defender. This is his key defensive piece, and every other piece I've got is working. But I think e6 would be the move I fear the most. He hasn't played it. He might play it now. And e6, he's finding all the right moves here. I'm just going to get my rook out the pin. So at the moment it covers that. And let's not go back. Let's go forwards. So in we go. I could have tried covering that one, but this seems now taking here. This pawn is too strong. Right, so we're going to have to eliminate the queens and pray that his e6 pawn is more of a weakness than a strength. And my simple plan is to say, well, okay, you went e6, but he's finding good moves. But I got rook g6 always, and he's finding another good move. He's found a way to save his pawn, so all credit to him. We got a rook and pawn ending, though, and we know how the last rook and pawn ending went. But yet again, he's playing this much better than before because he didn't want to allow my rook here. Now, what is this ending like? Shall we see what this king and pawn ending is like? Because he's got a pass pawn. I've got a pass pawn. Whose pass pawn is better? He's going to have two connected pass pawns. And let's get two connected pass pawns. Very interesting endgame position, this. And this idea is clearly what he wants. If I go here, I block my pawns. So we have to, maybe it's just a draw, but we'll keep playing a little bit. I can't really make much progress, can I? Here. If he goes here and tries to win, should be alright. If I go here, he comes here, there's nothing to do. Probably just a draw. And if I go here, and he goes here, and I go here, should we try? We could lose, but oh, he might just take it, actually. Fuck, that's a losing move if he takes it, which I should know. Simon, you should know that. Very risky, but it's better to lose than draw, is it not? No, it's not, is it? It's better to draw, you idiot. Yeah, this is a much better move, and his pawns are too strong now. He goes here, and here, and I don't think I can stop his pawns. Okay, so that was a mistake, and I'm going to get in. This is also winning because I'm going to get in Zugzwang here. So very bad play from me, I will admit. Here, yeah, I'm just losing now. I think. Here. 15 seconds, I should be losing. This one here. We may see. Okay. And now he pushes here. Fuck. Or here. Alright, stop pushing everything. Or here. Okay. I get the point. Now, yeah, this is smelly. 7 seconds, not enough time. And it's probably losing anyway. Is it losing? I don't know. It's a fascinating ending, actually. The Russians would know this, wouldn't they? Is it winning or is it losing? Losing, I think, because he's going to mate me, isn't he? Oh, it's losing on time, that's for sure. And position. That's checkmate. Okay, well, yeah, I should have taken the draw there, I think. I don't know, that was still interesting, wasn't it? We're going to call it a day there. That is your Title Tuesday fix without having the titled and the Tuesday. Some fun games, and again, do your liking, do your subscribing, and most importantly, go and check out the sale. There might be something there you like the look of, and like I said, there's lots of different courses. You've got the whole collections here, which are hundreds of hours of tutorials. The master methods, I think, are great middle game courses, so you can go to these ones. They're on sale. London system, brilliant course by Alex Lopez there if you want to learn the London system. If you want to get better at attacking chess, then who's better than Lawrence Trent? Niels Grandilius, very interesting way to meet D4. Archives endings, one of my favourites, that one, if you want to learn endings. David Howe, how he got to 2700, 16-hour course, it's on 50% off. Danny Gormani, how to win chess tournaments, accelerate your chess. There's a lot of stuff here, a lot of good stuff. And like I say, if you buy any of these, you get this free special course that I created this week, which is I put a lot of effort into. So all good. Okay, have a nice day, people, and I will see you soon. And enjoy it, and I'll try to get Title Tuesday done on Tuesday. So goodbye, and see ya. Bye.